So, this is probably a good a time as any, probably a good a place as any to make my own little personal confessions. Here's the first one. I like people a lot, and I like people so much that part of me wishes I could step outside of myself and see the world through other people's eyes, so I could know why they feel the way that they feel about certain things. You know, I want to know how I sound to the next person. I want to know the words that I'm saying, what kind of impact they really have, what kind of moves they're making on the inside of somebody else. I'm curious about that kind of thing. Um, I feel like what people need right now, or what folks are looking for right now, and it's very evident because of the fact that Facebook, Instagram, all kinds of social media, is almost like that's where you go now. And it's because folks are looking for a connection. They're trying to connect. Um, and it's a hard thing to do. It's a scary thing to do. But what I think a lot of people are missing out on is the fact that in order to connect with people, you got to take a risk to really connect. The really tight friendships that I have, the really deep intimate relationships that I have them because we just we got naked. I got homeboys I went on and got naked with. Not like that. I mean, like we just exposed whatever. We were truthful with one another about whatever. If we didn't like something, we were like, man, I didn't like that. And whether I liked it or didn't like it, my friend didn't say we can't be friends because you don't like something. A lot of times, if they're really cool with you, they probably don't care or they agree with what you feel like anyway. But a lot of times, folks are too scared to really talk about what they really feel, what they really like, what they really don't like, what they want to deal with, what they don't want to deal with, where they're going in life, their hopes, their dreams, their true aspirations, what they really want out of life. A lot of people say things like, "Oh yeah, I want to have this job, and I want to marry this kind of person, and I want to have kids, I want to do this, I want to do that." But I don't hear too many people say, "Man, I really don't want any of that stuff. If I could be homeless, I would. If it wasn't for the roaches and how hot it is in the summertime and how cold it is in the wintertime, I'd be homeless." You don't hear people saying that, but I'm sure there are people that feel like that, you know, and I respect that. That's what it's all about. People want different things. People see the world different ways, and my concern is, what can I do to understand what other folks want better? Because as much as we'll sit up here and say, "Oh, I'm trying to get me," you can't worry about what the next man is doing. You can't do this. You can't do that. Everything we do is centered around how we deal with other people. If other people weren't important, there wouldn't be so many people on earth. That's what I believe. You know, and I think that life is more meaningful when you do things for other people. Yes, there are some things that you should do for yourself. There's some baseline things. Say, for instance, you want to be in a relationship. There's some things that you need to have worked on within yourself. But I really believe that there are some things in life that we do for other people that we would never do for ourselves. Take, for instance, if you have a baby. 2 o'clock in the morning, you wake up in the middle of the night and you're hungry, you're going to think about it. If you're tired enough, you're going to think about it. You're like, should I get up and take care of these hunger pains? Or should I let them sing me to sleep tonight? If you have a baby crying, though, that's another person. That's another human life. And you feel something on the inside that compels you to get up out of your tiredness. No matter how many hours you work that day, no matter how tough your life is at this point, something compels you to do something for someone else that you wouldn't necessarily do for yourself. That's why they say there's nothing like a mother's love. There's nothing like a father's love. There are things that we'll do for family that we wouldn't do for other people or ourselves. So to wrap everything up, I'm just saying I like people, and I'm okay with that. I'll be the first to admit it if that frees everybody up to say that that's why you'll go somewhere public and you'll see folks. You know, like it's always amazing to me. Like I'll go somewhere, it's a public event. It's supposed to be some kind of big event, concert or whatever, and you see everybody just they're scrolling. You're not in the moment, and it's almost like we get so accustomed to trying to connect that we miss the mark. You gotta excuse my dog. That dog is crazy. It's my parents' dog. I don't know what's wrong with him. He just barks for no reason. You put him inside, he's barking. He'll lay down and start barking. He'll sit down and start barking. You put him outside, he'll bark because he wants to come back inside. You bring him back inside, he's barking because he wants to go back. I don't know what. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna cut it here because he's gonna interrupt me the rest of the time.